Hello, we are doing the chapter circulatory system and today's topic is blood vessels. Blood vessels are highly branched tubes or channels, we can say, through which blood circulates in the body. Now there are three types of blood vessels: the arteries, the veins and the capillaries. We will talk about these one by one. First we will see what are arteries. These are the blood vessels which are distributary in function and they distribute oxygenated blood. Except one of the arteries, that is pulmonary arteries, that carries deoxygenated blood to various parts of the heart. These arteries have thick muscular wall. They are highly elastic blood vessels and they have narrow lumen in which the blood flows in spurts. When we talk about the walls of the artery, the wall of an artery is made up of three concentric layers of tissues, as you can see in the figure. Okay, so these are: the outermost coat is made up of connective tissue, which is known as tunica externa or external layer. Then the second one it is made up of smooth walled muscles and is elastic or an elastic connective tissue, and it is called as tunica media or middle layer. And the third one, that is the innermost coat, is made up of flattened cells, also called as endothelium. Okay, and this is called as tunica interna or endothelium. Now the structure of artery is such that it can expand when the blood is pumped with a high pressure in it. Okay, so the blood is pumped. Okay, it is because of the elasticity present in the arteries. So it helps, this nature present in the arteries help them for the blood flow through them very easily. In arteries, valves are absent. It is not needed because blood is pumped at a high pressure. So there is no danger of a backward flow of blood. Now we come and see the structure of veins. Now the blood vessels, these are those blood vessels which which are collective. Actually, you can say these are collective in function. We have seen, as I've told you, that the arteries are distributary in function and the veins are collecting in function. So they collect deoxygenated blood from all over the body, except one vein, that is the pulmonary vein, that carries oxygenated blood. Okay, and the rest of the veins are carrying the deoxygenated blood from the body to the heart. Now the walls of veins is also made up of three layers, as you can see in the figure. Okay, so here also you can see the structures: tunica externa, all the three layers which we have seen in case of arteries. Okay, now here the wall, here in this case the wall is very thin and less elastic as compared to the walls of arteries. Okay, now because of this thin wall, these veins have wide lumen. As you can see, the lumen is the centermost part through which the blood has to flow. Okay, so arteries have a narrow lumen and the vein has wide lumen. Okay, so they also contain valves. These veins contain valves, okay, at regular intervals, and the walls of vein is thin and less elastic as compared to the arteries. Okay, as the blood is not pumped with that pressure. Okay, so this wide lumen helps them to collect the blood. Okay, and these valves present in them, they help in not to prevent the backward flow of the blood. So the blood in veins flows uniformly. Fine, children. Now we come on to the third type of blood vessel, that is the capillaries. Now these capillaries are thin walled and single celled in thickness. narrow vessels. They are present at the junctions of an artery and veins. Now the walls of these capillary is very thin. They do not have tunica externa and tunica media. They just have the tunica. They have just the interna. That is the internal layer only. Now, what is the function of the capillaries? The function of the capillary is it helps in the diffusion of oxygen from blood to the body tissue. Okay, then CO2 diffuses from the body tissues to the blood. Then nutrients diffuses from the blood to body tissue. All the metabolic waste diffuses from the tissues to the blood for elimination. So these are the various functions what the capillaries has in it. Now capillaries are also capable of vasodilation and vasoconstriction. If you see here the structure, so they undergo their capability of vasodilation and vasoconstriction. Now vasodilation here increases the blood supply to any body part, okay, and whereas vasoconstriction reduces the blood supply. So example, like the skin turns yellow or pale or red due to the increase or decrease in the blood supply in the body. So this is what is, they can undergo the vasodilation or vasoconstriction. Now the capillaries are formed by fine branching of arterioles. Arterioles, what are arterioles? Arterioles are when the arteries, the small and the final branch of artery, okay, these are called as arteriole, and arterioles are highly muscular and they change their diameter in manifold, and these arteriole then breaks up into many small vessels which we call as capillaries. So a capillary is very narrow tube, okay, which is capable of the above mentioned functions. So capillaries unite to form venules, which in turn forms vein, and it connects with the vein. So we can say that the end of an artery is the beginning of a vein. Fine. Artery is branching into arterioles. Arterioles are again breaking up into many smaller structures called as capillaries. When these capillaries they unite together, they form venules, and these venules in turn forms veins. So this is all about the blood vessels.